Some of you have seen pictures of this key that I picked off of eBay. It's a Vibroplex Signal Course U.S. Army J-36 bug. The date on this is a 3/26/42, so this is World War II. This thing was really rusty and in pretty bad, not bad shape, but just very not well taken care of. Somehow it got into water, soaked, because it was literally rusty from this corner all the way through here, and then all the way through down here, and then up through here. You couldn't even read the badge at all. I couldn't tell any information on the badge when I was actually looking at the pictures on eBay. So I got it. I started trying to get it adjusted, just to see if I could get it to work, and I actually made some adjustments. There's a if you just search online, it's a semi-automatic. I'll just put this right here. It's a semi-automatic key adjustment for bugs. You can just search that and it literally will pop right up. I just picked this up and I laminated it and I got it adjusted, and I actually got on the air with it, and I've been making contacts with it. But I decided that I really wanted to get this thing cleaned up because it was rusty. It needed a good cleaning. But before I wanted to even start twisting some of the screws on this and the bolts and nuts, I wanted to consult with people. So I consulted with some people on LICW. We have both Bob and Patrick and some others if I forgot their names, but it's Whiskey Oscar 6 Whiskey, and then Patrick, that's Kilo Charlie 2 Bravo Kilo Mike, and then W4EMB Ed. He gave me some. He told me to pick up this Mother's mag and aluminum polish that I used on the badge, and I used that to get this cleaned up. I stopped where I am right now because it has this like type black. I don't know if that's some kind of ink that was in here within the metal, within the brass, and I didn't want to rub it all off. I didn't rub anything off, but I just didn't want to go any farther than this. So I'm able to read all the information on here now from, what type of key it is, what's the date, the serial number, which was 491, and then some other information on here as well. And then I used the Groil to put on the penetrating oil for the metal parts just to loosen them up so I didn't break any bolts. Parts are hard to come by. I have these plastic inserts that I have for the insulators. So some of these insulators they broke, so they're just super old. So what I did is I had one good one and I had one washer like this for the insulators. They go up like this. They come up from underneath. We're going to be assembling this with these. But I actually sent the one that I had that was good and one of the washers to Jason K04. I'm having a brain cramp here. I think it's TFE. Kentucky Fried Ham. He is going to 3D print me these because I want to have them in black. They're really hard to get in black. So I think it'd be better with the key. But for now, we're just going to assemble it with this until he 3D prints those replacements for me, which is really cool of him to do. So I sent those to him. He's going to 3D print them, or model them and then 3D print them and then get them back to me. So yeah, this is where we are now. And then the other thing I wanted to mention too is I actually painted. So yeah, let me back up. So the Evaporust. So to get the rust off of this, I used Evaporust, and what I did was took this all apart, the base plate, or the badge, you can knock it out back here. There's two small holes, if you can see them right here. There's one there and one there. And then I just used a small 1/16 punch to slowly punch those out. And then the badge came right off. And then, I'll throw pictures up as I'm talking as well about all these different things. And then what I did is, soaked this in Evaporust. I soaked, consult my page because I'm not an expert in bugs. I soaked the arm because there was some surface rust on here. I'm sure you can see it right in there. There was surface rust here, and then this was completely coated with gunk and a little bit of rust here, right in here, there. So I soaked that, and then I have, let's see, this is the dot spring that I soaked in the Evaporust. And if you can see this, try to get the best angle here. There's that dark. This was rust, so it turns black when you use the Evaporust. I let this soak overnight, and it got it pretty clean. I'm a little worried about this dot spring because when you hold it up to light, you can see where it actually rusted through. But I think it'll work because I was actually using this on the air before. So I have that. Soaked that overnight, got it nice and clean, and then I soaked this, and then I let everything dry, and then I covered these holes with painter's tape, and then I spray painted it, and now it's all nice and black. The other thing I wanted to mention too is that I picked up the book, the Vibro, back over here, that Cleaning Vibroplex Keys by Ken Krause. It's a ebook that was recommended. It was Kindle book $2.99. It's a great book. It has a recipe in it. Let's see. I just had that open. That's weird. I don't know what happened here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so the recipe. I got it from Bob as well, and then it's in the book, and it's let's see here. It's ammonia, Murphy's oil soap, soft soap, pine sol, and then you top it up to four cups. I'll put it up in a picture of it up. But basically, what I did is I soaked all these parts in that cleaning solution. These parts that were really, really coated with a lot of gunk. And then, we have the damper arm here, nice and clean now. And I've got the weight, that's the original weight, and that's was kind of coated with a bunch of gunk. And then I have, in here I have, let me move this over a little bit so I can see it. So it'd be this one is the dit contact here. I got it all cleaned up. Probably could use a little bit more polish on this one, but I kind of like the older kind of patina look on the key. So that's the dit contact. This is the DAW, and then the contact post for the wires, and then everything else. And then the feet I really didn't do anything to. I just wanted to leave them like they were. And then this has, which is interesting because I watched a video on LICW, and the Vibroplex keys had, for the paddle portion of it. Now this is another key that I picked up. This is the same key. This just was in better shape, and this is the shape of the Vibroplex key, the J-36. This one came with the round, which is a signature of the manufacturer, Lionel, from that video I watched. So that's kind of cool, because I have right here, put this in here, I have a Lionel Bug J-36, and it has the round dit paddle on it. So kind of cool. But I just wanted to show you guys all this video. This is where I am right now on this, where I am rebuilding this, not rebuilding, but restoring it. I want to get it back to where it was. It's all cleaned up, and I just want to, there's just something I want to do. I mean, this is what's awesome about ham radio. I had no idea how to do this, and I just reached out to a few people that were, they love bugs, and I don't know, I'm hooked on these things now. I've been using them constantly to make contacts for soda and POTA. So once you get them adjusted, they're awesome. And I don't know if you can see this too. I was able to slow down this bug. Was running about probably 26 to 27 words per minute. And now I've got it down to about 21 words per minute when I hit the RBN. So yeah, you can see it there. It was really fast. So yeah, that's where I am now. I'll just film as I just want to do an introduction to my key restoration, but that's where I am. Everything is turning out pretty well. I'm pretty happy about this. And And the one thing I wanted to mention about the insulators is that, yeah, they literally just crumbled apart. If I find the piece, yeah, here's the piece. I had two of them that just literally, this one completely, this is all that's left of the other one. So let me put it right there. That's what's left of the other one. That everything else just crumbled. So that would be, that's a half, that's like missing the top washer up there. The top portion of it is missing. But this one just literally disintegrated when I opened this key up. So yeah, I'm just glad that I was able to get this key and learn something about bugs and actually get this thing back on the air. I would really love to know the history of this key because it's from, 1942 and where it's been in the U.S. and who used it for training or anything else. I don't think this was in a. I mean, I don't know for sure if this was in a. I mean, it was during the war, but I don't know if it was actually, deployed, overseas in the Europe campaign or the Pacific campaign. But very cool. It'd be very interesting to know the history of this key. But I'm just glad that I reached out to some people that were really kick-ass and cool and gave me a hand doing this and getting this thing back on the air. So I hope to have this thing back on the air in the next couple of weeks. I'll start getting things put back together. I'll put up the the damper section here. That I don't need any of these insulators, and maybe some of the other things. But these are the 3 points or 4 points that you need the insulators on. So. All right, everyone. I appreciate that, and I will continue to film this up, but this will be the part one where I am right now. So yeah, I appreciate everyone. Thanks. Bye.